the news broke like a thunderclap. Volkswagen to cease all U.S. operations by year-end. Headlines flashed across every screen, and a collective gasp swept the nation. At first, many thought it was a hoax, but the official press release from Wolfsburg was cold and final. Volkswagen, a brand woven into American life, was pulling out, immediately and irreversibly. The shock hit Wall Street and Main Street alike, making a corporate decision feel deeply personal. VW dealerships from coast to coast were thrown into chaos. Phones rang non-stop as worried owners and buyers flooded showrooms seeking answers no one had. Sales managers, blindsided, could only shrug. They'd learned the news with everyone else. Cars gleamed under showroom lights, suddenly relics of a fading era. News vans arrived, reporters capturing confusion and raw emotion. Social media exploded with hashtags like VW gone and bye bye Beetle, while VW forums became virtual wakes. People shared stories of their first Golf, their college Jetta, or the Atlas that carried their family, each post tinged with betrayal. How could the people's car abandon its people? The corporate statement spoke of strategy, but for millions, it felt like a messy breakup. On the trading floor, rival automaker stocks surged as analysts scrambled to make sense of the move. Was this a sign of deeper trouble in the auto industry, or just VW's final act after Dieselgate? The questions were many, but one thing was certain. The American automotive landscape had changed forever. December 8, 2025, became the day the people's car left the people. Volkswagen's story in America is a cultural epic spanning over 70 years. It began in the 1950s with the Beetle, a quirky, affordable car that captured the heart of a generation. In an era of massive Detroit land yachts, the Beetle's simplicity and reliability made it a counterculture icon. It wasn't just a car, it was a statement of freedom and individuality. The love affair deepened with the VW bus, a symbol of adventure and community, beloved by surfers, families, and hippies alike. Later, the Rabbit, now Volkswagen Golf, and the Jetta became staples for young professionals and students. Each model wove itself into the fabric of American life. Volkswagen's marketing was legendary. Think Small and Lemon ads built a brand that felt approachable and trustworthy. Owning a VW meant joining a club, a community that passed loyalty down through generations. Parents who drove Beetles bought their kids Jettas. Grandparents watched grandkids load up Atlases for family trips. This history is why the exit hurts so much. For millions, VW was more than a foreign car company. It was part of their personal story. The brand was there for first dates, college moves, and family milestones. Its sudden departure feels like a friend leaving without goodbye. The void left behind can't be easily filled by another brand. VW's loyalty was earned over decades of shared experiences. Its loss is felt not just in the market but in the hearts of its customers. Volkswagen's exit wasn't sudden, it was the result of years of mounting challenges. Despite its iconic status, VW struggled to gain significant US market share, overshadowed by Japanese and American giants. The Dieselgate scandal in 2015 shattered trust, costing billions and leaving a stain that never fully faded. VW's efforts to rebuild its image were hampered by ongoing scrutiny and lost goodwill. Meanwhile, the company shifted its global strategy, pouring resources into electrification and autonomous driving. To fund this transition, VW needed to focus on its most profitable markets, Europe and especially China, where it dominates. The US market, with its high costs and fierce competition, became a financial drain. Federalizing cars, for American standards, and maintaining a nationwide network was enormously expensive. Executives in Wolfsburg saw the numbers. US profits couldn't justify the investment. The decision, though shocking, was a calculated business move. The American dream had become a financial nightmare. VW chose to cut its losses and refocus on markets where it was already winning. For the public, it felt abrupt, but for VW, it was a long time coming. The company's exit is a stark reminder of the brutal realities of the global auto industry. Sometimes, even legends have to walk away. The people's car left because the numbers no longer added up. The announcement sent shockwaves through hundreds of communities. Over 600 VW dealerships, once thriving local businesses, faced sudden extinction. Thousands of employees, salespeople, mechanics, staff, were left with uncertain futures. Franchise values plummeted overnight. decades of investment evaporated. The closure of VW's Chattanooga plant was a devastating blow, erasing thousands of well-paying jobs. The plant's shutdown rippled through suppliers, logistics, and local businesses, leaving a cloud of despair. Restaurants, coffee shops, and real estate agents all felt the loss. Suppliers who invested heavily to serve VW now faced layoffs and closures. The intricate web supporting VW's American operations unraveled, thread by thread. Tens of thousands of workers faced unemployment, their communities destabilized. The social fabric of entire towns built around these jobs began to tear. The closure wasn't just economic, it was a social crisis. For many, the lights going out at the dealership marked the end of an era. The human cost of VW's exit will echo for years. In the auto industry, one company's crisis is another's opportunity. As VW announced its exit, rivals like Ford, GM, Toyota, and Honda sprang into action. Aggressive ad campaigns targeted VW owners, offering trade-in deals and special financing. American brands played up patriotism, positioning their models as natural successors to VW favorites. Japanese and Korean brands emphasized reliability and long-term commitment, courting jilted VW customers. Honda Civics, Toyota Corollas, Hyundai Konas, and Kia Seltos became prime alternatives. The luxury segment saw BMW, Mercedes, and Lexus move to capture former Audi owners. The competitive landscape shifted overnight, with every automaker vying for VW's abandoned market share. The message was clear: we're here for you. The hunt for VW's customers was fierce and immediate. The departure of VW and Audi will reshape the market for years. In this game of automotive chess, every brand is a predator. For nearly 5 million VW owners, the exit brings anxiety and tough questions. Where will they get service and repairs? VW promises authorized centers, but owners are skeptical. Parts availability is a major worry. Delays could leave cars sidelined for weeks. Resale values are expected to crash. Who wants a car from a brand that's left the country? Owners face instant depreciation, losing thousands overnight. Beyond the practical, there's an emotional toll. VW owners are enthusiasts, now feeling abandoned. Their cars are suddenly orphans, and the sense of community is fractured. The joy of driving a VW is now tinged with uncertainty. For these loyal fans, the road ahead is filled with questions and loss. VW's departure triggers a devastating domino effect across the supply chain. Hundreds of suppliers, making everything from transmissions to software, lose their primary customer overnight. Specialized investments become obsolete, forcing layoffs and closures. The impact ripples through logistics, transportation, and service sectors. Trucking firms, rail operators, and even local caterers feel the pain. The economic fallout spreads like a virus, infecting entire regions. The crisis exposes the fragility of highly specialized, interdependent supply networks. One corporate decision topples an entire ecosystem. The VW crisis is a wake-up call for the industry. How can we build more resilient supply chains for the future? VW's exit is a seismic shift in the global auto order. For decades, success in North America, Europe, and Asia was the blueprint. VW just broke it. The move highlights China's growing dominance as VW doubles down on its most profitable markets. Automakers everywhere are rethinking their global strategies. Some may follow VW's lead, focusing on regional strongholds instead of global ubiquity. The US market could see fewer brands but fiercer competition. Meanwhile, ambitious EV startups from China or Vietnam may see a rare opening. The decision has trade and political implications, signaling changing global dynamics. The departure of a German icon from America is a symbolic blow. The world of cars is becoming more fragmented and regionalized. VW's exit, though painful, accelerates change in the American auto scene. The shift to electric vehicles speeds up with Tesla, Rivian, and others filling the void. Brand loyalty is shaken, making room for new ownership models and innovation. Subscription-based car services may rise, offering flexibility in an uncertain market. The crisis forces a reckoning for workers and communities, but also sparks reinvention. Retraining programs will help displaced workers enter the green economy. The empty Chattanooga plant could become a hub for EVs or new tech. VW's exit marks the end of an era and the start of a new one. The American auto landscape will be more electric, more innovative, and more resilient. The road is changing, and America is learning to drive on it.